Mary, I've got some great jokes for you. What's a witch's favourite ride?
I don't know.
A roller coaster. Roller coaster. How do you make a witch stew?
I don't know.
Leave her waiting for a couple of hours. Leave her waiting for a couple of hours. What do you call a witch with a broken leg?
I don't know.
A hobbling goblin. Come. I'll get me cloak. Oh, I'm going to feel that tomorrow. Hey, everyone. Welcome, my friend. It's day 11. It's 5:28. This is Big Brother's little brother, or Saffictor, ou bin un, clor estlou, as they say in the west coast of Ireland. Welcome, my friends. But listen, before we go any further, it's been a tough week for me, all right? It's the start of week 2, and I, for one, cannot keep up with our mardy, squabbling housemates, and I work here. So here's a quick reminder of who hates who. Yeah. It's an articulated lorry aerial. Check it out. On Wednesday night, Leslie had a massive ding-dong with Sam because Sam was picking on Craig. Now then, Kamal fell out with Maxwell, Kamal fell out with Maxwell about who's playing up to the cameras the most. Next, Craig was arguing with absolutely everyone because he was up for eviction. The next day, things were absolutely no better. Derek and Mary had an almighty rumble about the shopping list, and since Friday, things have got really bad. Roberto made Makosi cry about a spat about housework. Derek has bickered with Anthony about a skipping rope, of all things. Kamal then shouted at Derek for putting a cigarette in his bin, which he uses as a bath. Roberto and then Kamal then had an argument for 68 minutes about the size of Kamal's portion at dinner. Science and Maxwell then squared up to each other in the garden after a water fight got out of hand. Anthony then blew his top at Science, throwing a bin at Maxwell. Then last night, Roberto and Kamal clashed again. And finally, just to bring it full circle, last night Sam ended up in tears after Craig and Leslie hid her makeup bag. More on that in just a minute. So that's week 1, and now, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready for week 2. Dear Lord. Oh, I'm dying here, OK? We kick off week 2 the same way we kicked off week 1, and indeed every day on Little Brother, and that's with Little Brother's big news. At 4:21 p.m. yesterday, Big Brother informed Saskia that she had won the counting task by reaching the grand total of 261. Her impressive number skills have since earned her a very special award, but she had to go to the toilet to receive it. Take a look. It's an enormous roll of toilet paper. You can find out exactly what that's all about in tonight's episode of Big Brother at 10 o'clock on Channel 4. Last night, a row broke out between Sam and Leslie after some of the housemates hid Sam's makeup bag. This morning, Derek returned the bag, but that didn't put a stop to the bickering. Take a look.
You know what? I hid your makeup bag because I don't like you. That's why. That's it. You go to the diary room and have a good bitch.
No, the fact is that they would do.
And have a good cry as well.
That's a whole new Leslie. Now, this afternoon, the housemates started making this week's nominations. Here is a sneak preview. Let's take a look.
If there was a course on being a I think he'd be a grade A student. The 4th reason is that she's lazy. She's bone idle.
That could be anyone. The nominations are still going on as we speak, so don't take a little peek behind me, you might be able to see. And that was Little Brother's big news. So anyway, yesterday we had Mary on the show because she's been evicted, and yesterday's Call BBLB was Ask Mary. We only got, I think, probably 2 calls in. So with that in mind, today's Call BBLB is quite simply Ask Mary, open brackets Tyler, more. You can call BBLB on 09011 101 101, 09011 101 101, or you can text us All you have to do is text studio and your comment to 83188, 83188, or, of course, email us, bblb@channel4.com. That's bblb@channel4.com. So, sparks are definitely flying in the house. Here to make sense of the chemistry is Little Miss Brainiac herself. Charlotte Hudson, everyone. Charlotte, lovely to see you. Thank you for coming in. A lot's happened in the past 10 days. We've had you on before. You're a big fan of the show. What do you make of it?
Mardy.
What's going on?
They need their mums to smack their bums, all of them. Children this year. It's a house full of children.
So what do you think should happen? You want Big Brother to step up?
I think Big Brother's definitely... I mean, they respond really well to getting told off. If they get, you know, like with the whole fight with the bin, you know, could you please come to the dining room? And they'll go, and they're waiting to get done. And, you know, and they're sort of, oh, well, I shouldn't be involved because actually I was only defending it, and it's all this kind of thing. So I think it's up to Big Brother to mess with their heads when they're in the diary room. They did it a little bit in the counting quiz in the game, but I think every time each one of them goes thinking they're going to get some help or some succour or some kind of reassurance, they get the opposite.
Absolutely.
I think that's going to help.
Do you like the fact it's like that? Do you like the fact that the people this year seem to be these kind of really argumentative, highly strung, quite proud people?
I do, but I think how far is it going to go? I mean, they can't. Can they keep doing this again and again and again and again, week after week?
Yeah.
It's not.
I think they can. I thought they'd settle down by now.
But normally they've formed little groups, little alliances by now, and so it's nice to watch that disintegrate as people get voted out.
Yeah.
This lot, it's like there's like loads of little islands.
Absolutely.
Every single one of them out for themselves.
Now, none of the girls seem to have particularly bonded with each other, apart from Leslie and Vanessa. Why do you think that is? You like Leslie, don't you?
I like Leslie. She makes me laugh. My favourite was Mary, but she's gone now.
She's here, so it's quite good for you.
Good for me, get to meet her. Leslie is, well, I'm from South Yorkshire, and she's just, I know so many girls like that who just...
All girls from South Yorkshire like that?
That's it. You know, just go and have a cry then. I just like, I like how deadpan she is. And she's up front in lots of ways, but she's also very reserved.
Why don't you think the girls are getting on?
Because I think they're all thinking that they know how to play the game of Big Brother.
Which is?
Which is sex, and sex. And I think if they're female, that's what they want to do. And so it's, you know, oh, I've got to, you know, they'll row, but they think that they're there. Sort of, and I just think, no.
OK, let's take a look at Leslie in action.
All your tops show your boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not real, are they?
Yeah, they are real. I said before I came in here I wasn't going to cry, and I swear to God, he has got it coming. Don't think I can't feel that there's something wrong. I don't like Sam. She doesn't seem to have much about her, really, apart from, like, an arse.
Who's got my makeup bag? Otherwise I'm just going to go through everything. It's very funny.
You can't go through my stuff, love. At the end of the day, I don't need anyone to tell me I'm good-looking. I know that I'm good-looking, right?
Do you think Leslie's going to be safe in nominations this week?
Yeah, I think compared to everyone else, she did really well last time, and I think that even though she could be up for the odd person nominating her. Yeah, but then there's so many other people that have been acting like idiots this week that...
Now, your least favourite housemate. Who's your least favourite housemate?
I'm not so keen on science, but I think it'd have to be Saskia.
Now, you've got to explain this to me, because a lot of girls don't seem to like Saskia.
A girl thing,
and I don't seem to see it, and I don't think I'm a shallow man.
Well, there's lots of girls like Saskia that we all know from school where they just play a kind of game.
Yeah, they're amazing.
And they're not amazing. This is the thing, and you think that we're jealous, and we're not. It's just, she's a... You just wait and see.
I don't care whether you're jealous or not, but they are amazing, girls like that at school. Maybe not now, but when you're at school, they were like, I will follow you to the end of the world. Take my whole collection of Smith's albums. It will make you love me.
You don't want to be like Maxwell, do you?
I don't want to be like Maxwell, but he doesn't seem to be doing too bad in the house, does he? OK, over the weekend, we've seen a little bit of chemistry between Saskia and Maxwell. Give us your take on this.
Sam, Saskia.
Saskia's nice as well. I fancy her.
I think Maxwell is adorable.
I reckon Saskia looked quite hot tonight. That bird is off that bird.
What are you talking about?
Oh, God, you can be funny and have nothing else about you.
Love doesn't come close to the one I'm feeling about her at the moment.
It must be love, love, love.
Love is the best. Do you think there's any chance of romance developing there between the two of them? Why do you say that?
She does
you looked
not
really aggressively at me when you said
fancy
that.
him. She doesn't fancy him.
She does. You can
Playing
tell
a
there.
game. She doesn't. He's the one she gets on with the most. She's already said that she thinks he's a good laugh and he makes her laugh, but he's not got much else going on for him. Bring an Adonis into the house and watch her leave him.
But it's only week 2. Do you not think that, you know, that romance...
Well, I think that if she thinks she's playing the game, she might step it up a level, but in a purely cynical way, I think.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, for Maxwell.
Yeah. OK, the housemates are now nominating at the moment. Who do you think's up for eviction on Friday?
I think Derek will probably be up. I think that they get sick of him being the dad, but I think he should definitely stay in.
Who else?
He's good. And I think maybe Sam.
And who do you think's going to win?
I want Roberto or Leslie to win. I think Kamal.
Interesting. Very interesting. OK, for now, thank you very much, Charlotte, everyone. OK, coming up, we will meet Roberto's best friend, and indeed Mary's back. In fact, Mary's right there with us, and we're going to have a small competition during the break. It's quite simply you versus Mary in a staring competition. Good luck. Starting from now. I bet this is what your eyes look like at home. Because you've lost that staring contest with Mary. Mary, welcome back. OK, we're going to have more of Mary in just a second with Cool BBLB. And Roberto's best friends are here. Adrian, we'll chat to Adrian in just a minute. But first, each week on Little Brother, we're going to be visiting the hometown of one of the housemates. We're done Makosi, you might remember, next week. We want to get to know their friends, their families, where they come from. We just want to get to know it all a little bit better. Which housemate's hometown should we visit this week? Here to help us is Mary and a cauldron. Hello there, Mary. How you doing? You had a nice day today?
I did, and this is my beautiful cauldron.
Lovely. You've got a cauldron there. Now, how we're going to work this is we have some snakes here.
Lovely.
And on the top of the snakes' heads, we've stuck the pictures of the housemate, as you can see there. The snakes are going to go into the cauldron. Mary, you're very kindly going to put on some sort of mask there, aren't you?
Yeah.
Then you're going to pick which snake or stroke housemate we're going to visit. So the snakes are now going into the cauldron now. Lovely. Oh, hello! It almost... Oh, he thinks he's so smart, doesn't he? And then when he chucked him into the cauldron, I almost died. What do we got there, Mary? You can take now, take the face mask.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Sorry about that, everybody.
Sorry.
That, you obviously didn't know the old ESP not working there, Mary.
No.
Tell us, where are we going?
Anthony.
Anthony's house. You're not happy about that?
No.
Why? OK, that's absolutely great. Thanks a lot more from Mary in just a second. Now then, yikes. We're trying to profile as many housemates as we possibly can. We're going to Anthony's house, for example. So far, we've seen two sides of our Italian stallion Roberto. 1 minute he's fiery, next minute he's flirty. But is the real Roberto a lover or a fighter? Here to tell us one of his best friends, Adrian, everybody. Nice to see you, Adrian. Thank you very much for coming on. First of all, we've seen a lot of Roberto in the house already. We've seen him hugging, we've seen him kissing, we've seen him fighting. But is this the real Roberto that you know in the house?
Yeah, pretty much so. He's very a loving guy, but also, you know, if he gets worked up, he's going to show people that. He really wears his heart on his sleeve most of the time.
On the whole, therefore, how do you think he's coping?
I think he's still got to settle in. I think the best from Rob is still to come, no doubt about it. I think the first week he was just settling in nice and easily. The second week, things that got to him, he wanted to air with everybody else and make sure that the rest of the path was clear and the rest of the time in the house was going to be a lot smoother.
Sure. I mean, he's been in there 10 days. I mean, do you think he'll calm a little bit? I mean, or is he still going to have those kind of fractious arguments with people?
I think they'll come up as time goes on. But you know, I think he believes that if he addresses them now, then in the future things will be a lot easier, and that's what he wants to create, a happier atmosphere. For sure.
You were saying earlier on to me that you thought it was a cultural thing as well.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I mean, the Italian culture is like that. It's hot and cold. People air their feelings, get it off the chest. 5 minutes later, everybody's cool.
Yeah. Do you think he's struggling with that in the house because the housemates don't know?
I think they're struggling with him rather than he's struggling with them. I think he doesn't mind doing that, doesn't mind letting it off his chest. But I think they need to kind of get used to the way he is, and I think after a while they'll be cool with that as well.
He needs to bring out the big guns, the old massage hands.
Oh yeah, I mean,
doesn't he?
that's the thing. I mean,
He'll never get nominated if he just puts the old magic hands down.
Well, exactly. I mean, the thing is that they like the love inside of that. You can see that. You can tell that when he's not fiery, he gets on with everybody really well.
Sure.
So, you know.
OK, we have seen him lose his rag a couple of times. Let's take a look at the best of those now.
I don't have a go at you, but the way that you clean stuff is absolutely rubbish.
I will, but the problem is your attitude.
Well, I'm making a point, so don't try always to say things like that. But sometimes you act like a spoiled brat.
And I'm tired of fighting.
Why you keep saying this? I don't want people taking it at the same time. You don't even know what tactics is all about.
And learn some manners and some respect for people because you got no one.
He's the only man in an apron that can probably get away with that. Does he usually get that wound up?
I think he's the type that, don't forget, he comes from a military background as well, and he's living with people that are young people that aren't quite used to living away from home, perhaps had things done for them wherever they've been. So these guys are quite messy and untidy, and he's not used to that, you know.
He's very ordered, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. I mean, you know, when he was 20 years old, he was in charge of 40 to 60 people in the military service. So, you know.
OK, now, in particular, his clash with Kamal. We're going to see a lot more of that in tonight's Big Brother. Why do you think that is?
I think he thinks, you know, and I tend to agree with him, that generally Kamal can be a bit of a sport little brat, as well as being a nice guy, and he's obviously very intelligent for his age. I think at times is very spoilt.
Do you think they're actually quite similar in many ways, though? Because they are, to a degree, that they are quite deep thinking in terms of our housemates. I mean, that they kind of
in a way, but
overanalyse quite a lot. Both of them.
Obviously, I'm biased, but I think Rob's points that he's trying to get across are a bit more serious than the ones Kamal is.
Sure.
I mean, baffing in a bin, what's that all about, you know?
That's a fair point. OK, he seems to be obsessed with cooking and cleaning. We've talked about that already, but is that typical of his behaviour? I mean, or can you see him, he's not... I mean, everyone's saying that that's kind of part of his game plan to a degree, to kind of, in the house at least, they're saying that's part of his game plan to cook and clean for everybody.
Yeah, I think he wanted to go in there knowing that he was going to get very bored, and cooking for Rob is a hobby. He loves doing it. So he wanted...
Is he a good cook?
Oh, he's a great cook.
Yeah?
I mean, you go to his house, and the first, you know, within half an hour, you've got a meal on the table. Oh, yeah, the lot. It's all there. So, you know, he wanted to do that. Yeah, obviously it's a good thing for him to show to their house that he's trying to make them feel comfortable about things. But I think they see it as a game plan that he's trying to win votes by, you know, possibly cooking for everybody.
That's just the guy. You know. What's his speciality when it comes
to gnocchi marinara.
Which is the little potato dumplings.
It is. It's beautiful with seafood.
Oh, that sounds great.
Have
you noticed whether he's cooked that in the house yet?
I'm not sure, actually. I'm not sure. I know he's done pasta. And I think he's done...
if he comes out, maybe he'll wrestle it up for us. Oh, I'm willing him to get nominated now, so we can do that show next week. OK, there's also a very caring, sensitive side to him. Let's take a look at that.
Guys, chill out. Life is short, so enjoy, you know, your time. Let's love each other.
Give a good hug, and then I'll let you go.
Thank you,
Well, go and give us a peck. I can do this every day. Can I kiss you?
Leslie was loving a bit of that there, wasn't she?
She was.
Stroke of the back.
Great music, by the way. Fantastic choice of music.
Thank you. Oh, you're going to see it again and again and again over the next couple of weeks, I assure you. So is he more of a lover than a fighter?
I think so. I think Rob is a caring, genuine person at the end of the day. And I think there's too much kind of suspicion from the other housemates at the moment, which is why he's had so many nominations. And I think he'll probably end up being nominated again this week.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, but hopefully the public will, you know, want to see the true Rob.
It's good value as well, isn't it?
It's great value. It's great entertainment.
Is there any chance of romance for him and any other girl in the house?
Well, if you asked me before, looking at the people that went in, just to look at on paper or even by photo, I'd say Saskia was probably his type.
Saskia, you think?
But, you know, even, believe it or not, Makosi would be, all right? Even though they're arguing so much.
I can see him and Makosi getting together.
Yeah,
I know there's a lot of row.
I think once they sort it out, I mean, look at Rob and Mary. You know, they argued a lot, but they really liked each other.
Who do you think he'll nominate this week?
I think, given recent events, which viewers are going to see later on, I think Kamal.
Yeah.
The second one is a bit debatable. Maybe Vanessa, because she's not really got into it at the moment. But Science, possibly. Makosi, because he might be just fed up with it all.
He's only got two, Adrian.
I know. Can you have 3? It'll be all right.
Listen, thank you very much for coming in.
No
Give us a
problem.
little insight into Roberto there. Thanks very much, Adrian, everyone. OK. Adrian, lovely. It's now time for Call BBLB. It's quite simply Ask Mary More. Hey, Mary, how you doing?
Yeah, how you doing?
Did you have a nice day today? You done a few radio interviews and so forth?
A couple of radio interviews.
Enjoyed it?
I did indeed.
Lovely stuff. OK, you stare away at camera 3 and let's get... There we go. Nice. OK, let's get some calls on the line. Hello, Jenna in Wales. Hello, Jenna.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm all right, how are you?
You can ask Mary more.
Oh, fabulous. Hi, Mary.
Hi, Jenna, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine. I'd just like to ask, out of all the other housemates, who do you think would make the best witch or wizard?
Oh, that's an excellent question. I think Kamal would, because he's quite intelligent and quite dynamic.
I think he'd make a fab witch.
Very good point.
Yeah.
What would it take? What does it take to make a good... Seriously, what does it take to make a good witch or wizard? What sort of attributes, qualities, personalities do you need?
I think anyone can be, really, but I just chose Kamal because he's quite intelligent and also because he's got a good affinity with nature.
OK.
Yeah.
You know,
that all helps, right?
Yeah, I'd say he's quite respectful towards people.
I imagine you've got to be quite focused, though, haven't you?
Yeah.
You can't sort of, like, start a spell and then halfway through just go off and do something else.
You might turn someone into a frog by accident.
Yeah,
It could be you, so
yeah,
you
I
could
don't
be in
want that to
trouble.
happen. Thanks a lot, Jenna.
Thank you.
Next up, Misty in London. Hey, Misty.
Hi.
How are things? All right?
Oh, fine, beautiful.
Play Misty from me.
Anytime.
Go for it.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Misty. I love your name. It's a great name.
So do I.
Would you believe it's Irish? How and when did you become aware of your psychic powers, your abilities?
Oh, I've always been kind of intuitive. I think everyone is born really intuitively, Misty, and I think you are as well, and you probably haven't even tried.
Yes, a
You
little.
just have to kind of tune in to synchronicity and see what happens.
Thanks a lot,
your
Misty.
advice.
Next up, Melanie in Derby. Hello, Melanie.
Hi, Dermot.
Go for it.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Melanie. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you.
Good.
If you were to go back into the house, what would you do differently?
Oh, do you know what I do? I think I'd do some spells in the house. I think I'd cast a humility spell in Makosi and the truth spell on Sam and Saskia, because I think they're being quite deceitful in the house.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who sees that.
Lovely. Thank you very much, Melanie.
Thank you.
Are they easy spells to
Yeah,
cast?
because they're such easy targets, aren't they? Makosi's obviously being very deceitful, so I definitely... Yeah, just focus. Use
Is
your
that all you've
mental.
got to do?
Yeah, just
Fantastic.
focus.
Mary, thanks a lot.
Thank
OK,
you.
that is pretty much all we've got time for today. Thanks to our callers. Thanks also to Charlotte Hudson. Thanks to Adrian. And, of course, thanks to Mary. Russell Brand is back tonight with Big Brother's Big Mouth, 7:30 on E4. Catch with all the latest house action, 10 o'clock right here on Channel 4. And then we are back tomorrow with Mary and Christine Hamilton tomorrow at 5:25. We will see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.